Welcome to the number one friendship podcast in the country. I'm Aaron Karo.
I'm Matt Ritter.
And guys, make sure to go to audible.com/the buddy system to check out our Audible original and go to manoftheyearpodcast.com to grab our merch. I'm wearing a hat right now, which you can see if you watch our episodes on YouTube. Matt, I was talking about this to you off camera, but recently a buddy of mine hit me up and was like, do you want to go to dinner with another friend? So it'd be three of us. And I declined. And I was just like, this third guy, love him, but he's more of a big group guy.
And I absolutely love that line. I love that phrase.
He's a big group friend. I don't know if I want to sit for a full dinner with this guy. And you've been talking about it ever since, big group friends.
I love it. It's great. It's demeaning a little bit, but also I think it's an accurate one. And I was like, oh, what a great topic that everybody has never been talked about, ever. I don't think anyone in the history of the world has ever talked about this.
So I think we should sort of define our terms here. Like, it is a little demeaning / pejorative, but I just think people bring different things to different hangs. And some people can be a little much.
Look, I think there's a lot of things. I said demeaning jokingly because, as I said to you offline, sometimes it's really just that you don't know them that well. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, you don't really feel comfortable in a small group setting with somebody that you don't know that well. I think a lot of times our initial reaction is, I don't know if I want to have like small dinner with that. I don't even know that guy. So it's like a lot of times it's less like, oh, he's only good in big groups. It's just like a lot of our big group friends are people you see contextually, and you've never gotten past that contact. So it really wouldn't make sense.
Well, one thing I was going to say was we've talked recently about really spending time with the inner circle. And so if you get invited to a plan and there's an outer circle person there, that sort of goes against our sort of latest mantra here. But also one of my inner circle was going to be there too. So do I want to combine an inner and an outer? And if I said no, I don't see my inner friend either.
Yeah, look, you can't always control the makeup of a hang, right?
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, you can by saying no.
Well, you can. Yeah, you could just opt out of any hang that's not just you, me, Jeff, and Fireball Adam, if you want.
Which basically 2025.
Right, which is what you want. But I'm saying, a lot of times you're in a situation where it's like, hey, you want to meet up? And it's like, oh, yeah, can I bring this friend? What are you going to say? No? Carol's like, hey, you should say no.
Yeah, yeah. Like, listen, I feel like every listener question we get is about somebody who something they don't want to happen has happened because they didn't stand on their business, say.
Yeah, and look, there's a couple things that I think you're talking about. One is like, okay, if you want to just go out with your friend, then just say, hey, I'd rather just go out with you. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But like sometimes there's just a situation where it's not like, oh, you were just intending to have a one-on-one dinner. You're just like, does anybody want to go out? And your friend's like, yeah, I'll go out. And it's like, but I'm already going out with this guy or something. Or it's like, do you want to come meet us? Or do you want to come meet? A lot of times, like, do you want to come meet us? Sometimes you're the big group friend.
Yeah. Oh, I have been. I think both of us have been big group friends at times because we also have a long tail of friendships.
Right. But I don't mind. Like, I don't mind being just a big group friend to, some of like your and Jeff West Side friends. Like, okay, fine with me.
Yeah. I don't even think we talked about this, but like a month or maybe it was longer than that. I ran into a buddy I haven't seen in years. He's like, my girlfriend's having a birthday party. It's in Pasadena, which is like Cairo, like kryptonite.
Poison. That was poisonous phrase she uttered.
Literally would not know. I'd never met his girlfriend. I've haven't seen him in years. And I very man of the year asked, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, it seems like I'm just going to go to this random party in Pasadena because those are the fun nights.
You went to
Uh,
Pasadena?
I went to Pasadena. Yeah, God, it was
Wow.
so far. It was so freaking far.
Wow.
Like, you ever drive and you run out of podcasts? Because I'm like, I got nothing else to listen to. And ended up actually,
Pasadena's run out of podcasts.
yeah, I mean, that's how
West
far.
Hollywood to Pasadena is running out of podcast distance.
There's
How short are
nothing
the
else to
podcasts
talk
you're
about.
listening? You're just listening to like mini pods?
I was driving in silence on the way home.
Oh my God.
Um, and it was fine, by the way. Like, I probably could have got done without doing it, but
Yeah.
this is another tangent. But they did a thing, Matt. I don't know if you've ever seen this, or you and Jess should do this. They had a Polaroid camera,
I love Polaroids at parties.
and you had to take a picture, sign your name, and then they had a guest book, and you paste the Polaroid into the guest book, and you
Oh,
write the whole thing.
fun.
Yeah. It was interesting. I thought of you because I don't know the last time you took a Polaroid. I don't know if there's a special kind of camera, but you're not supposed to shake it like a Polaroid picture. That you're
You don't
not
do that
supposed to.
anymore? Or
They
you're
say
never
this.
supposed to do it?
I think maybe you were never supposed to do it. It's actually like warmth that makes it
Mhm.
develop. So you put it on I put it on my bare chest. Like,
Oh,
what's it called when you have a kid and you kangaroo them, or what is it?
skin contact. I don't know. Skin to skin. Kangaroo them? I
Yeah.
didn't hear that. Yeah.
Well, because I thought of you like you were obsessed with having that picture of your arm being big.
If I had made it to my mission to have that be my year of fitness, it would have been bigger.
Yeah. Um. Anyway, why the hell was I talking about going to a random? Oh, because
Oh,
I was a
just
big group
outer
friend.
group, big group friend. Yeah.
But it was good because I met a bunch of new people.
Right.
You meet a bunch of different people. They have not heard our jokes before, which we love that.
Mm-hmm.
Um. And but I wanted to go back to like 6 things ago that you said about controlling who's in the hang.
Yeah.
What do you think about like, okay, maybe we're hanging with our core crew,
Yeah.
and then someone's like, oh, can I add like my buddies in town or blah blah blah. I mean, you can't really say no, but I feel like it messes up the hang.
So depends. So obviously we went out for like our holiday group crew dinner. You can't bring
Yeah,
somebody else to that,
can't bring
you
somebody
know.
else in. No.
But if it's just like, oh, I can think it really depends. Like, oh, is there a game on? Like, like, what is the context of the hang? Like,
Right.
can you never not? I mean, because obviously you have to allow people to bring. Otherwise, how do people like juggle when you have limited time? Like, sometimes you have to be able to see two people at the same time.
I think it's about timing. If you were like, hey, Cairo, my buddy Brian's in town or is
Yeah,
around and we're going to get together, as opposed to like, oh, remember that thing we had planned? I'm bringing somebody else.
right. Yeah, but you ask for permission to do that usually.
Right. But I mean, can you really say no?
No, but look, I agree. It changes the dynamic if somebody's not in your inner circle and it just kind of becomes a different hang. There's a different level of like intimacy you can have sometimes.
Yeah. Should we talk about how to go from a big group friend uh, I guess a small batch friend?
Yeah, well, because I was gonna say, I think part of it is a lot of people have big group friends that they're misusing or underusing.
Underusing.
Yeah, like there's probably people in everybody. If everybody who's listening to this is thinking about the last time they had a quote unquote big group, hang, and there were some people there that they probably only consider big group friends. I guarantee there's one of those people that could be a legitimate friend if given the right, setting or level up moments or whatever. Because I mean, these are friends of friends, right? I mean, they're all, vetted, liked, generally good feelings about for the most part. It's just that, they're not your friends. They're, or they're not your inner core.
It's funny because we and Adam and whatever, like, we've been friends for so long that like even like your friends that are not my friends who are at every party, it's kind of interesting when you like in my world they only exist like with a Matt event or an Adam event.
Right. Same with you. Same with some of your friends. And I think,
Yeah.
look, actually, I don't want to contradict what I'm saying, but on the one hand, that's all they're meant to be. Most of them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I think there is also, depending on if you're if you're feeling that you want that and the energy is there and the intention is there and you feel like there's some sort of opening to level them up, I think it's a really good breeding ground for it.
Yeah, if you want to level them up, if it's okay to have acquaintances or have a friend's
Yes.
friend. The,
Yes.
the problem is, I don't know if you
They're
feel
low
this.
maintenance, they're low pressure, I mean, it's kind of great,
They're no
like
maintenance.
no, right. It's kind of great. The big group friends are no maintenance. You can
The only
consider
thing
them a
is,
friend. You can consider them a friend and they're no maintenance.
the only thing is, and maybe I need to do better about this. I really struggle with those people's names.
You have to have that book from Devil Wears Prada.
I haven't seen that in so long. Does she have a book of names?
Absolutely. And Emily Blunt, this is a key moment in the movie. That's where basically Anne Hathaway steps up because Emily Blunt's sick and she's got the book and she can't remember the name. And Anne Hathaway's like, that's that guy. And that's not his wife. And she's, the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
And that's the
Okay.
moment where it turns and she becomes like first assistant.
Are you excited for the sequel?
Definitely.
I can't. Are you being
Classic.
sarcastic?
I love
No.
that movie. It's one of my favorites. Are you not?
God, I guess I have to rewatch the original. Devil Wears Prada is one of your favorite movies. Just a classic.
Absolutely. Anybody who disagrees with that is a maniac.
Should we?
It's
Should we
one
take a
of the
look at it?
best movies. I mean, it's
Yeah.
one of the best movies of the century.
Is it even in this century?
I think so. 2004, maybe
Devil Wears Prada, 2006.
6. Yeah. Are you
Uh,
serious? This is not one of your favorite movies?
I haven't seen it in so
Oh
long.
my God. So you're not like, you don't have all the lines quoted. Like when I get hungry, I eat 3 cubes of cheese.
No,
Like
maybe I've
call
never
it when your
seen
life's completely falling apart. That's when you'll know it's time for a promotion.
it. Yeah, maybe it's got 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, yeah. Okay, great.
It's flat out one of the best movies of this century.
Okay. All right. Listen,
I
listen,
think that's universally, but I think that's universally acknowledged.
you're the movie buff. I defer. I
Yeah.
defer. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. I don't think I can go like a month without somebody mentioning it in this town.
What are you talking
Just
about?
in
Oh,
conversation, it's like one of those you just reference it all the time.
maybe people have been referencing it my whole life and I never knew because I haven't seen
Yeah, I
it.
think they probably are. It's unbelievable. Anyway, sorry. Sidetrack. Devil Wears Prada. Shame Karo for not being a fan of it.
Should we take a listener question?
Let's do it.
We'll be right back with a listener question. Okay, guys, this is asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question or ethical dilemma, send it to us on Instagram, Man of the Year Podcast, and we'll answer it on the show. We've got some good ones recently. Thank you, guys. Okay, this comes from Jim. I've got a friend who's amazing in a big group, but whenever it's just the two of us, he gets awkward and quiet. The whole vibe shifts, and I'm left wondering if our friendship isn't as strong as I thought, or like maybe it's just his personality. I genuinely like him, but one-on-one time feels a little forced and sometimes draining. How do I keep our friendship healthy without like continuing to push for these solo hangs that never really work?
I have to be honest. That hit me that I have friends like that.
Matt is looking directly into my soul right now.
No, I'm just saying, I feel like we all have friends like this. And again, like not all friends are meant to be your closest friends. But on the flip side, maybe you just don't know them well enough and you haven't, reached a, point in your relationship where it's easy to, have these one-on-one hangs because you don't really know each other well enough.
I almost lost my mic there. It's interesting because he's one-on-one time feels forced and a little draining. I mean, draining is that's a big word to talk about your friend. Like that doesn't sound great. I mean, that's like the one thing you don't want a friend.
Right. I mean, I think forced is different, right? Forced sometimes, like if you don't know somebody that well, it does feel forced. You want to get to that level of comfort. That's the goal, is to get to be yourself and to not be performing. But I do believe on some level we're all performing early in friendships.
And dating as well.
Exactly. I mean, it's a relationship. So, but I agree. Draining and force are definitely two different things.
And it's interesting because he says the friend's amazing. I mean, I guess it's basically what we've been talking about. Amazing in a big group, but when it's two of us, he gets awkward and quiet. Um, yeah, okay. Could be that they don't know each other well. I get the sense that they do though. Uh,
Or they don't
yeah.
have great friendship chemistry. We talked about this a while ago. There is such a thing as friendship chemistry. There is such a thing as a type
Yeah.
in friendship. Karo and I don't always have the same type. Um, that matters, especially for one-on-one hangs. You really need your one-on-one hangs to have people who match your energy and you have chemistry with, where it is awkward. And there are people that you can have even a 4-person dinner with that will be fun, but if it's just the two of you, it may feel weird. Don't
Okay.
you think?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make this make myself make this sound smart. So you know how we've talked about like friendships that are like different phases. One's old, one's young, one's married, one's single, whatever. One's super ambitious, one's not. Okay. So when you're one on one, that could be a sticky wicket. Okay. The more people that you're with, the average of your place in life becomes, flattened. Does that make any sense?
Okay, go
So if
on.
you've got one guy who's married and a party animal, and the other person is or single and a party animal, the person is married and a homebody, then you add 4 other people, one single, one's married. So like the mean,
Right, you're saying just the contrast is much starker when you're
yes,
one-on-one.
yeah, that was a much smarter way of
If you're
saying
not
it.
aligned, if you're not in the same place of life, if you don't have the shared interest, it's I agree. I agree. Listen, I think I would say universally most of my one-on-one hangs are either with already my super duper inner core or like people that are in the exact same phase of life that are now becoming my inner core because they're young dads too. It's hard to just like have a random. But why is he? I guess the question is really like, why are you? Why the need to have the one-on-one with this person?
Can I ask you a dad friend question? Do you have any? Are there any same sex couples in your
Of
circle?
course, of course.
Are they all dads? Are they all moms? Both?
Um, the only ones that I'm close friends with now are dads. But yeah, I mean, I assume there's both.
And so you know how it's a trope, but something that is true that like women often get like saddled with more childcare and men are, even now today they're less involved. Like, how does it work with two dads? Like I'm sure Jess is on a group chat with the moms talking about whatever.
Right. I mean, both of the dads that I know in this couple are very involved, but I'm
Equal,
involved. So I don't. I don't
right?
even like at my school. The dads are super duper involved. I mean, if you look at drop off and pick up, it feels like 50-50.
Oh, that's very, I've got friends in other schools, other cities, and they're like, it's still the women are doing all of it. That's
Yes, I
great.
don't look. I will say I still think the women carry the lion's share and
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
carry more of
Yeah.
it. But I'm just saying I think it's hard. It would be hard for me to answer that because in my school the dads are incredibly involved. Anyway,
Yeah. And then are you closer with one of the dads?
yes, because he's more of a bro.
So one of them is more of a
And
bro and the
he's
other
like
dad.
from Brooklyn. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, but you like to wear those really like you have a few of those real floral shirts.
Yeah. No, and the other one is a great Israeli hairdresser, and I like him too. But
Oh
I'm just
my
saying,
God.
like one of them I play poker with, and it's like a different thing.
Isn't that literally that Adam Sandler movie?
Don't mess with the Zohan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the
Isn't he an
Zohan.
Israeli? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
he's
so
the Zohan.
okay. So so we got sidetracked there. So you wait, one more question. One more question. Sorry. Does Brenner ever been like, why does this guy have two dads?
No, I don't even know that.
It's
I don't
even
even know that he could conceptualize that at this age.
right, right. I mean, that's great. You know what's
Yeah.
beautiful about it? It won't even make a difference to him. He
No,
just
of
is,
course not. I
yeah,
don't think he could
yeah,
ever like.
yeah,
I never even thought about that.
yeah. Okay, that's
You
great.
know? Yeah.
Um, so you had said just before I interrupted you, you had said, well, why are you even fucking hanging out with this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's kind of going against what you just said, which is you don't know them well enough yet.
Right, but I'm saying if you're saying it's draining and it's forced, why are you doing it exactly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just because you want to make him your one-on-one friend? Like, I guess
uh,
here's a question for you. Okay, so you have a group, maybe it's 4, maybe it's 6. Does every one of those guys in that group have to have one-on-one hangs with everybody in that group?
right. I mean, this comes back to like the connector, which we've talked about.
Yeah,
Like you and I are generally, like, it's called our Man of the Year crew, generally friends with everybody.
yeah.
But not everybody is friends with everybody.
That's what I'm
That's
saying, and that's
why
okay.
I loved Matt on the Man of the Year group chat when two of the guys just sent a picture together,
Yeah, it's great.
and they're not necessarily one-on-one tight. I love that.
Yeah, no, totally, totally. And my point was, my question to you is like, do they have to be? I say no.
No, no, absolutely not. I mean, if it's not working and he's a, I mean, I see what
No,
you're
I'm talking
saying.
about
Like,
I'm talking about all friend groups. I'm saying in general,
yeah,
like you can have a healthy. I think you can have a healthy friend group of even as little as 4 people, where within that 4, not each one hangs out one-on-one with the others.
yeah, yeah. That's totally true. I mean, as long as you have more than one other friend, you're fine.
Right. Like, did all of the Sex and the City ladies hang out with each other one-on-one individually?
Mm, I think so.
Did E and Johnny Drama ever hang out individually in Entourage?
The one example, there was an episode of Seinfeld where George and Elaine
That's
hang.
right. And they were like, "What
Yeah,
are we gonna do to us together?"
right, 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 right.
And those were his 2 best friends.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny when you have, like, your connector's no longer there.
Yeah. Look, I think 2 things happen. One is you find a way to level up that friendship, and you can take active measures. Maybe we should talk about that. Like, how do you do that?
Sounds like a SWAT team.
Yeah, yeah, you do. I mean, if you're saying it's forced and it's draining and you
Right.
really want to make it work, let's try to figure out how to do that. Maybe you're asking the wrong questions. You're not asking them about things they're excited about.
I was just gonna say, let's do our typical flip around here. Like, what do we think the other guy's thinking? Uh, does, also, is this guy like in his head that it's draining? Like, well, I guess it's going to be in his head, but like,
Yeah.
is he misinterpreting something? Perhaps is the other guy also drained? Like, he's just two guys.
Right.
Two
I don't
guys.
know. It just seems like 2 guys that don't really have chemistry right now, and they don't really have a good, bond to get them past their group friend thing.
Yeah,
And they either have to find a shared interest or figure out, what this person's passionate about, or ask for, hey, I know you are, into like sushi, and I know you took your family. That's like, what's the best, place to take my family's coming into town? Get something that are, find things that this person's excited about.
what? Let's say the other guy hits this guy up, like, "Hey, man, you want to get a drink?" Is this guy's just going to say no going forward?
No, well, here's the thing. 2 things. One is, if that's what I want to know. Is this guy trying to make an effort to be your, close friend? And that I want to know what's happening. Is that what's happening? If that's what's happening, like, oh, this guy is trying to be your friend and you went out and it felt forced and draining, I say give him one more shot, but do it in the right way, where ask the right questions, see if you can, engage in a better
Yeah,
way. And if it's
yeah,
just not working, sometimes the chemistry is just off, and that's fine.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with listen, you tried, you hung out one on one, and then just go back to
Right.
the big group.
That's what I'm saying. You don't need to be a one-on-one friend with this person, but I think you at least need to try it in the right way.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. I agree. All right. Do we answer that?
Yeah, I think it's perfectly okay to not be one-on-one friends with somebody who's in your big group. And if you did try it and the chemistry is just not there and it feels forced, that's okay. It's totally fine.
Give your as Matt always says, give yourself some grace.
That's right.
All right, guys. That was
As you
asking
said.
for a friend. If you have a friendship question, send it to us on Instagram, Man of the Year Podcast. Okay, as we wrap up here in a few minutes, um, big group friends. What about when you're in a big group and two other people besides you are hanging out without you. Red flag, yellow flag, beige, green flag, doesn't matter.
Oh, you're saying like when you're in a group and then they like make a plan and they go off and you never heard about it?
Right. When you're the big group friend, basically.
I mean,
Depends on the
it's
context, right?
it depends. But look, it's one of those things where do you always need to be invited? Right? Where is that coming from? You need to be invited to everything, or like is it an insecurity of like you need to be part of everything?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends what they're doing. If they're doing your favorite thing, they're
Yeah,
playing
right,
ball. Yeah.
right. Um, because I'm also a fan of when you bring people into a group, them becoming genuine friends. You connect, and then they become friends. Like I've usurped. It's like you want that. It's good.
We've I mean, Australia Dave, this man, our buddy in New York, has been doing the best usurping job I've ever seen.
He's better. This is better than Matt 2012.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, wait, what was the thing? Coney 2012. Remember that?
What was that?
It was like this viral. It was one of the first viral things. It was, oh God,
Coney?
it was a movie about
Coney?
a Ugandan cult. If I don't know, it's a story for another day. It was this
Yeah, I don't remember that. It sounds vaguely familiar.
anyway, like, so our buddy Dave, who's Australian, I mean, I think it's like is it 90% accent? Like, I just don't know.
The personality, like the enjoyment of it, yeah. 60,
Like,
at least 60. At least the
yeah.
majority.
I don't know if you and I discussed it that I think maybe we did at our Audible release party. It's the buddy system, audible.com/the buddy system. That's my two Australian friends met.
Oh yeah. I saw
And
that.
they both said good day at the same time.
Oh, they still doing that, huh?
Yeah. They're still doing it.
I thought it
And
was a
they just,
bit. I thought it was like Borat. Like,
yeah.
my wife.
So Australia Dave just had a kid. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
First
I gotta send
kid.
him a message. When did he have the kid? Recently?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Okay, I gotta send him a message.
Is he gonna have? Is the kid? She gonna have an Australian accent?
Born here
Born here.
with two Australian parents?
No, one American.
Hard to say.
Are there any people
Probably
in the
not,
dad?
right? Probably not.
Yeah.
If it's just the dad and then outside of the house, you can hear him.
In your circle, do you have any Brits, Aussies, anybody in LA?
Not my inner circle.
Not inner, yeah. Because I feel like
Yeah.
maybe I was a large spot with you. I love when there's just like a random British woman. It's great.
Yeah. No, it's always great. It's the best.
What is it? Do we just sound like absolute monsters to like their accent sounds amazing to us?
We sound like Long Islanders to them.
Oh, I was at this event last night. I met this couple from Merrick. She was like, I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah. So the Brits, we all sound like Long Islanders.
Yeah. Yeah. You hate the Long Island. Well, no, we never really. Yeah.
But I don't enjoy it up to the ear. It's harsh.
But isn't it nice when you're back home?
The first time when you're on the platform at Hicksville and you hear people chit chatting, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, on the Long Island Railroad. Tickets. What's your problem?
Yeah.
I love it. All right, great. Anything else on Big Group before we sign off? Like, I think it's an interesting dynamic. We basically no one people's ever talked about this, and I think it's something just to be aware of.
It's okay to remain a big group friend. It's also perfectly normal to think, hey, there's somebody there to level up with, and you try it and it works. You have a new friend and you've tightened that circle. But if not, you can keep them at the 8-person circular table.
Yeah, and it's good. And then if you're the big group friend, if you're going to Pasadena, I think it's kind of a compliment. Like you add something to the table.
Yeah, I also think most people that are big group friends to each other are on the same awareness level of it.
What do you mean?
Meaning they know.
The group. Yeah.
They know. As long as everybody knows you're my big group friend, I'm your big group friend, it's great.
They say to each other, we both know what this is.
Yeah, we know what this is.
All right, guys, let us know about your big group friend experiences. Hit us up on Instagram. Thank you guys for listening. Always remember, be good to yourself, be good to your friends. Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.